So I woke up early for whatever reason. Oh, love me. And I was catching up on some YouTube, and I finishing watching videos I started a couple weeks ago or whatever. And I noticed that Cami had tagged me, Reader 1717, like way back for her Q&A video on Free Comic Book Day. Cami's a friend of mine. I completely feel like a putz for just now finding out. So I'm gonna do my video right now. I hope it's okay. I've been watching, like I just watched Scott's and I watched Howler's, and these are people that usually tag me for these kinds of things. So I was like, I get tagged? Who tagged me? So I went back through, and Cami tagged me because she's awesome. I'm sure that's not why she tagged me, but Cami's awesome. Oh, cutie. My cat is like super affectionate in the morning. It's way early for us, so she's kind of like, why are we awake? But she's a sweetie. Okay, so Cami, in her infinite wisdom, asked 3 questions. The first one: why do you, meaning me, love comics? It's kind of hard to explain my affinity for comics. It's like one day you'll just have like the worst day, and you can go home and read something, and it's like, yeah, this guy's having a bad day too. And then you're in a good mood, and you read that book again, and it has a different effect. It's like, wow, you know what I'm saying? It's like the material never changes. Like this happens to be out because I'm still organizing. This is Spectacular Spider-Man number 260, right? This book will always have the same content, but depending on your mood, I should have shown this cover. This one's a little cooler. This is 261. It'll affect you in various ways. And somebody else on the other side of the planet, or 30 years ago, or whatever, could read that same book and have a completely different experience. It's or if a story progresses and you develop an affinity for a particular character, and you go back to a story where they were a supporting player, it's like you have a different appreciation. I just think that's kind of cool. There's not a lot of that with me. I'm not a soap opera guy. I don't watch a lot of sitcoms or really much TV, really. I'd rather just sit down and enjoy like a good movie or a book or read my comics, honestly. I mean, my girlfriend will sit down and burn through a couple series of like Supernatural over a weekend. I'm like, wow, I can't just sit here and do this. I gotta go do something else. But yeah, that's why, I guess, in a roundabout way. It's always, well, that, and you'll read something and you can share that with somebody else, and then they have this awesome, it's like, oh my god, you're right. I was lending out my my Trades of Y to a friend of mine from work, and I deliberately held off giving him the last one for a couple days after he got done reading volume, 9? Yeah, it ran 10 trades, is that right? Whatever. Yeah. And I was like, are you ready to see how it ends? And he goes, yeah. I was like, it's going to be sad. I know. You're going to cry. No, I'm not. So I was just messing with him. But he did enjoy it. And that's kind of cool, too. Or, like, you'll read something and go, man, that sucked. And then you'll find somebody else that read it and go, no, I didn't think it sucked. It was more like this. This is what I took from it. It's a dialogue. It's a conversation, which is part of the reason why I'm here with all you lovely people. But, yeah. And comics are awesome. They've always been awesome. I remember my first one. It's... where is it? I don't know where it is. Wait. Yeah, this is my first one. Hulk 223. Like, this is physically my first comic book. I love this thing. I still read it. I'm a lot more reluctant to read it since the cover has fallen off, but I own another copy of this book that's in better shape, but this is the one I read. This is my first comic. I mean, I wrote on the cover. There's a sticker on the back that I put on the back of this comic. You know, it's cool. This means more to me than 90% of my collection. Okay. Sorry, rambled. Fine. Moving on. Where's the questions? What comic affected me emotionally a lot? Paraphrasing. When someone asks that question, for me, it's always the same book. It's this one right here. We 3. I know a lot of people, because I've talked about We 3 before, and a lot of people didn't dig it or whatever. On Facebook, there was a little debate on whether or not I was over-exaggerating the emotional impact on this. But that kind of goes back to the first thing I said. It was like, this affected me. This is, I got it in trade, and then I went back and I tracked down the singles, and my girlfriend saw it like in the pile of books I brought home that day. She goes, "Oh, this looks cute." I'm like, "You don't want to read that. This will like rip your heart out and turn you to goo." This book affected me emotionally a lot. But there's also been some stuff where I've read and I'm like, dude, that guy's just a prick. Or, you know, why did he, you know, it was always, anger's an emotional response, and there's a lot of stuff that angers me. Not angers, but like, really? Why did you do that? Not like, why did the writer do it? It's, why did the art go in this direction? It's like, this character does this thing, and it's like, you fucking idiot. Pardon the French, but you know what I'm saying. Shade the Changing Man is another book that always got me. It's kind of the emotional tone on that one. He was going through some stuff. I deal with depression. It just resonated. But yeah, We 3. If you haven't read it, I recommend it. If you don't like it, cool. If you do like it, cool. Yeah. Just thinking about reading this book makes me kind of weep up a little bit, but that's just me. I'm not the heartless bastard some of the people at work think I am. Okay. Third question. Now this is a tough one. What is your favorite run? And this also kind of ties back into the first question about why I love comics, because it's always different. For the longest time, it was like the Mutant Massacre stuff in Mark Silvestri, Chris Claremont, X-Men in the 90s. That was one of my favorites. And then I really dug Infinity Gauntlet. And there was some stuff in Spectacular Spider-Man towards the end that I absolutely positively loved. And that's still on my short list of favorite runs. But then you have like Grant Morrison's Animal Man is really good. I dug Charles Soule's Swamp Thing. Bone is totally worth picking up for anybody who hasn't already picked it up. Paul Chadwick's Concrete. Excuse me, Matt Wagner did some stuff in Dark Horse Presents called the Aerialist. That's worth checking out. And then we get into all the Grindel stuff, which is all amazing. It's all good, man. I'm sitting here just looking at the little tabs in my boxes, you know? And like, what is this? This is The Thing. That was good. Marvel Team Up was good. Marvel 2 and 1 was good. We got Power Man and Iron Fist. That was good. It's all good. X Factor. Yeah, the Louise Simonson stuff. That was amazing. It's all... I mean, these are the books I kept, so I'm invested in all of these. Cerebus. That was good. Deathlock. The George Perez stuff was good. The 4-issue miniseries in the late 90s, I think it was, with those awesome covers. That was really cool. That was like one of the better origin retellings of a character I've read lately. The Jeff Loeb, Tim Sale Batman stuff is really good. Brubaker's Criminal is really good. Fatal is one of my favorites. Image book. Issue 26 was the last one. Pick that up. It's like a 1940s detective, Cthulhu, Muse. It's kind of hard to explain. It's amazing. I don't know. I pick up books that I don't think I'm going to like if I can get them on the cheap or find them for less than cheap somewhere. I'll give it a shot, and I've come across some stuff I really enjoyed. The James Robinson Starman stuff. I took a risk on that when that came out, and that blew me away. So, I like them all. There's very few comics that I've read, well, with the exception of a lot of the stuff that's been out lately from the big two, that I just didn't dig. Peter Milligan's stuff on X-Force, and then X-Factor with Mike Allred. That was really good. The Frank Miller, John Romita Jr. Daredevil stuff. That was really good. Preacher was amazing. You know, Grant Morrison's Top 10 was amazing. Not Grant Morrison, sorry, Alan Moore. It's early. I'm only on like my second cup of coffee. Oh, coffee. Yeah. I don't know. It's all good. I dig it all. Cammy, you're awesome. And we've talked since you uploaded your free comic book day video where you tagged me. You should have said something, lady. I've just been busy. I'm sorry. Okay. So, now I have to tag people and ask questions. This is kind of off the cuff, so I didn't exert the effort. I exerted effort, but usually when I think about questions I'm going to ask in one of my videos, I ponder for like weeks to come up with like some, oh dude, I can't believe you asked me that kind of thing. Well, yeah. So, this is what I got now. First off, I'm going to tag 3 people. I'm going to tag BMPROT. I'm going to tag Mercy's Little Show. And I'm going to tag Don Comic Book Junkie. I did. Yeah, I did that. Okay, cool. Because they're all awesome. And if you haven't checked them out, then I don't know what to tell you. There's so many great people on YouTube that, like, one of my new favorites is this gentleman named Gore Vidal. If you haven't checked him out, he's only got like 10 subscribers. His videos are amazing. It's like he talks about books. I'm willing to bet 90% of you haven't heard of 90% of the books he's talking about, but they're still amazing, and he has this enthusiasm and scope of knowledge about the content he's talking about that just like, wow, I'm going to go buy that right now. Some of the stuff he shows just blows me away. Check him out. I'll tag you next time, bud. I don't know if that's really his thing, though, but yeah. Okay, so BMPROT, Don Comic Book Junkie, Mercy's Little Show. These are your questions. Do you read digitally? I'll answer these as well. I don't really read digitally. I had the Comixology app on my phone, but I honestly thought it was just like an inventory. I'm not reading comics on my phone. I'm not doing that. I have read some, there's a Concrete issue that I'm missing, and Paul Chadwick has it on his website. So I read it there just to fill in a gap in the story. It was like it was an issue of Strange Armor. And there's another one that was reprinted in something that's hard to find, and that's on there too. So that was kind of cool. Okay. But me, not really. I'm not a digital comic kind of person. I would just as soon just, you know, just pour through one of these rather than scroll. That's just me. It just seems more conducive to the art. Reading it in the format it's intended. Okay. Question 2. What are you guys working on right now? Like run-wise. If you do runs. I think everybody's kind of, at least arcs, you know? Like, I want to get all of, example, Charles Soule's She-Hulk. Or I want to get Allred's run on Silver Surfer. Or I want to get, you know, the Frank Miller Dark Horse Presents, or, you know, whatever. The first 200 issues of Cerebus. Whatever it is. I'd like to know. That's not for you. You don't want that. Question number 3. What's next for your collection? Like, right now, my list of Grail books at one point was huge, and now I'm down to like 3. Y the Last Man #1, Primer #5, and I'm looking for a copy of Creatures of the Id. It was a single issue by Kitchen Sink. It was Kitchen Sink or Tundra, I can't remember. I want to say it was Kitchen, no, it was neither of those. Caliber, I don't remember, some indie press. Sorry, some indie press. I just blew away everybody with the whole Kitchen Sink. I don't know. I didn't mean to negate it as some indie press. Indie press is valid. But yeah, Creatures of the Id. It's the first Mike Allred, and it's the first Madman. They're not that expensive. You can get a graded copy, high, like 9.6, 9.8 for $100. But it's something still that I'd like to include in my collection. So what's up with you guys? What are you looking for? What's next? So yeah, I have all the stuff I'm working on, and then I have my wish list of books. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. Cammy, thank you for the tag. Another laid-back video for me. And Bill and Don and Mercy, I look forward to watching your videos. I look forward to watching everybody's videos. But thanks for watching. You guys take care.